Hadoop file system API, like how to work with the Hadoop environment and what are the Hadoop commands which we have to work in the Hadoop. Okay,
Okay.
the different ways have the Hadoop architecture and how the data moves between the cluster. So we have seen the Hadoop architecture, like how the blocks are placed into the cluster. So how your the data is going to be written into the cluster, right? So this is we have seen in the previous session. Okay, so now in today's session, we are going to see so how we are going to work with the Hadoop environment. So in this one, to work the Hadoop environment, we have the different types of APIs are available. One is you can use Hadoop file system shell command. Okay, so that is Hadoop file system API, and we can use Hadoop Java API. Okay, and we have web-based DFS is one API is available which we are going to read as well as write the data into the Hadoop cluster, right? So these are the different ways. So the API means the environment which it is providing, which the it's providing users to an environment so that users can able to work with the Hadoop. See now, so if you take a terminal, okay, in the terminal, if you write Hadoop space fs and then press enter. Okay, so when you write Hadoop plus fs, Hadoop space fs, now so these are the commands which we are going to work with the Hadoop. Only these are the commands which are available. Okay, so what are the commands we have in Hadoop fs? Means only it works with only these commands. Apart from that, we don't have any other commands. Okay, so now we are going to discuss each of these commands in today's session. Okay, so first we start with the cat command, right? So what is a cat command, right? So every command, if you write Hadoop then write fs, okay, so basically Linux command cat is a Linux command, right? So if you add the prefix Hadoop fs for this Linux command, this Linux command becomes Hadoop command. Okay, so when you write Hadoop fsfn cat is used to copy a file to SDFS. Okay, Hadoop space fs-cat is a command which is used to copy a file to the SDFS. SDFS to local file system. So to copy files from the local to SDFS and SDFS to local, we use the commands Hadoop fs-put, Hadoop fs-copy from local, Hadoop fs-cp, or Hadoop fs-mv. MV is like a cut paste, and these three are the similar like copy paste. The reverse to this is we can also copy a file from the local to SDFS, right? So then also it's to copy a file from SDFS to local file system, right? So what are the commands? One is the Hadoop fs put, then the reverse for this one is Hadoop fs get command. Yes, Abhishek.
Hello. Yeah. Actually, I just wanted to understand like CP is used for directory purpose or like CP from one directory to another directory, or it is something somewhat different in HDFS
Yeah,
in Hadoop system.
yeah, I'll show you that. So CP's command,
Okay.
generally what we'll do, it won't work, right? Previously we used to work that, we won't prefer that to use CP and move. CP is a command
Mm-hmm.
which copies a file from the local file system to SDFS file system. Actually, CP is a Linux command. This command
Yeah, yeah, that is
perfectly,
what I was
yeah,
confused.
this is perfectly works on the mapper. Okay, so just
Okay.
what we are doing, you have a copy file in the local file system. Now I want to copy
Okay.
that, so we have added we have used command. So more maximum we use the command. So Hadoop FSF input are the copy from the
Yeah,
local,
correct.
right? When you try to
Mm-hmm.
Hadoop FS and CP, sometimes it won't work, right? But we have a command
Okay.
which we use to copy a file from the, it's a local to SDFS. The same thing move is
Okay.
also same. We can able to copy a file from the local file system to SDFS file system.
HDFS. Okay. Sure.
Okay, so the reverse
Okay.
for
Okay.
this one is Hadoop FSFN get command, right? So similarly, if it is Hadoop FSFN copy from local, then it is copy to local, right? See, it's a case sensitive. So F is cap, F and L are the capital in copy from local. Here T and L are the caps. So when you write Hadoop space fs hyphen copy to local, right? So what it will do, it will copy a file from the SDFS to local file system. And again, you can use same thing Hadoop fs hyphen move, right? So it moves from the SDFS to local to, right? Both the things we can use. Okay, we'll see those commands. Here I'm taking a terminal, press the button ls. So these are the files which are available locally. So how to create a directory, to create a directory,
MKD.
right? In Linux, to create a directory, mkdir, correct? So it will create a
Correct.
directory. So if you add the prefix hadoop fs-mkdir, right? So this command becomes a Hadoop command, right? So Hadoop FS-mkdir is a command which is used to create a directory in SDFS, right? So now what I'll do, I'll create a directory and I want to copy a file from the local file system to SDFS and then back SDFS to local file system, right? We'll see this here, right? So I'm going to create a directory. The directory is I'm writing Hadoop space fs-mkdir. I'm going to create a directory uh, API demo. The directory name is API demo, right? I have created a directory. So which command I have used? I have used the command Hadoop space fs-mkdir API demo, right? So we have other command ls command. So what ls command will do, which is used to list the files. Okay, ls command is used to list the files. Ls command will take three parameters, so you can write hadoop space fs-ls will list the files in sdfs, and when it is listing the files, if you want to list the file size along with the in kilobyte format, kb format, then you can write hadoop space fs-ls-h, right? Hadoop space fs hyphen ls, right? If you use hyphen h, right, it will display all the files in sdfs, and the size should be specified in a kilobyte format. Okay, we'll see this here. So now I have created directory API demo. So if you write hadoop space fs hyphen ls, now what it will do, it will list all the files in SDFS, right? So we have displayed the file sizes, the size of the file, right? Each file and how much space in the file in the form of bytes, how much it is occupied in SDFS is going to be displayed. Now I want to check this number in kilobyte format. I want to display the file sizes in KB format, but not the bytes format, right? So you can use Hadoop space fs-ls hyphen h, write h, press enter. Okay, Now see here it is displaying in a kilobyte format. The file size is going to be displayed in a kilobyte format. Okay, now I want to see the files in a directory API demo. So I have tried Hadoop space FS-ls, then write API demo. Press enter. Now it's an empty directory. Okay, so there is no files are in uh, API demo. Yes, Abhishek, do you have any question?
No, it's clear. I just wanted to understand one more thing, Ajay. Like the earlier, like it is in 14.9K. Earlier, it was in which format?
In bytes. So when
Like before this, it was in which format?
see when you write
Huh?
Hadoop FS-ls, now the files
Okay.
15,000 bytes.
Okay.
Now I don't
Yeah.
want to
Acha,
display
okay.
in
It
the
is in
byte.
bytes. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Right
Okay.
now
Okay. It is
to
in
display
bytes.
in kilobyte format, just write hyphen h.
Okay. 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 Fine. Thank you.
Okay, so now I'm
Okay.
going to
Sure.
copy a file, ls command. Now see, I'm taking a file. The file name is fsck.txt. Okay, so I want to copy this file to the directory API demo. So just write Hadoop space. Okay, so fs hyphen put is a command which copies a file from the local file system, right? So what is the local file system here? So if you run the command pwd present working directory, right now I am working in the directory home cloudera, right? So this is my local directory. Now you can pick a file. Right here I have a file fsck.txt. Now I want to copy this file to the sdfs directory API demo. So I'm writing a command Hadoop space fs hyphen put. Okay, I'm writing the command Hadoop space fs hyphen put, and the file name I want to copy is fsck.txt. Now where I want to copy this file, I want to copy this file to the user slash cloudera slash API demo. Correct? Press enter. Now the file fsck.txt is copied to the directory API demo. Got it? Now what is the command here? Hadoop space fs-put is a command. Which file you're copying? You're copying the file fsck.txt. Where you're copying this file? You're copying this file to user cloudera API demo. So you have to write the command like this. First write the command. So every command the prefix is Hadoop space fs space hyphen, then write the command name, and then the acceptable parameters you have to write. Okay, apart from fsf input we have other command, right? That is a copy from local. So even with using copy from local, we can able to copy a file from the local file system to sdfs file system. So if you write the command hadoop space fs hyphen copy from local, f is a capital letter here, copy from. Okay, local, L is a caps here, copy from local. Just write Hadoop space fs hyphen copy from local, and which file you want to copy, right? Choose one file. So here I want to copy the file icc.java. Just write the file name, the file which you want to copy. Where you want to copy? I want to copy this file to user slash cloudera slash API demo. Press enter. Now the file icc.java is copied to the directory API demo. So in this way, we can able to copy the files from the local file system to SDFS. Suppose you want to move a file, yes, you can also able to move a file, right? Moving a file means, suppose I am going to create a file in the Linux, some demo one. Okay, right? It's there in the local file system demo1, right? So I want to move this file, then just write Hadoop space fs hyphen move from local, right? The difference between copy from local and move from local is copy from local will copy a file, move from local will move the file. First one is copy paste and the second one is similar like cut paste. Okay, move from local and then specify the file name. What is the file name? Demo1, right? So where we are copying? We are copying this file to the user slash cloudera slash API demo. Press enter. Okay, now the file is moved to the directory API demo. Just second, Prithvi. Okay, API demo, right? So now we have copied the three files to the directory API demo. One is fsck.txt and other one is icc.java and the third file is demo1. How to see these files? Just run the command hadoop space fsfn-ls to check whether the files are copied or not. So if you write API demo, it will display the files API demo. Yes, we have the three files. If you give the directory name also, it will take. Otherwise, if you write the complete path, user slash cloudera slash and API demo, press enter. You can also write like this. Suppose if you want to access through complete URI, then just write sdfs colon slash slash localhost where the name node is running and the 8020 is for the name node port. Press enter. Right. So this we can use in this way also. Right. So we have created a directory. After that, we have copied the files to that directory and then we have displayed the files into the files from the directory. Yes, Prithvi.
Yeah, what happens if the file doesn't exist?
Right, suppose see I'm going to copy a file which doesn't exist. Right, I want to put command. Suppose I'm writing Prithvi. Right, it's saying that no such file or directory. Okay,
Okay.
right. So now this is to copy a file. The reverse is what? If you want to copy file from the SDFS to local, suppose you can see I'm writing Hadoop space fs hyphen copy to local. Okay, Hadoop space fsfn copy to local. Which file? In sdfs I have a file demo1. I want to copy this file to the local file system. So just write Hadoop space fsfn copy to local and then write the file name. Which file? Demo1. Where it is available? It is available under user slash cloudera slash in a directory api demo, right? The file name is demo1. Where I want to copy this file? I want to copy this file to the home directory, home cloudera. Press enter. Okay, now the file is copied to the local file system. If you write ls, now here somewhere we will find the file demo1. You see this one, right? So this is a file which we have copied from the SDFS to local file system. Right. So these are the different ways where we can able to copy the files between local file system to SDFS file system. Suppose now I want to see the content of a file. See, I have some files are there, right, in SDFS. Okay, so now I want to see what is icc.java. What are the contents of the file icc.java. Then you can write a command hadoop space fs. Okay, hyphen cat. Cat is a command which is used to display the content of a file. So now write which file you want to display the content. So user cloudera in a directory API demo. I have a file. What is the file name? Some icc.java. Now the cat command will display the content of the file icc.java. Okay, so now see, this is the program. So what is a cat command will do? Cat command is used to display the content of a file, right? So now to clear the screen in the Linux, clear command. Fine, any questions here? Clear? How to copy the files and how to list the files? Okay, right? Now we'll see the count command, right? So what we did now, so here we have specified like how many we have some files are there, right? I want to check how many files are there in the directory, right? So so we have a command count. So count is a command is used to count, right? What it will display? It will display the number of directories in a given path name, right? So that is there underscore count, and number of files in a directory, that's a files underscore count, and size of the file and name of the file. Okay, so Hadoop FS count is a command which is used to display in a given path how many directories are there, how many files are there, so what is the size of the file and what is the name of the file is going to be displayed. See, I'm executing the command. So if you write Hadoop space FS count, okay, so I want to count for the directory user Cloudera, then write API demo, press enter. Okay, so in the directory API demo, how many directories are there? Only one directory is there. So there are the three files, and this is the size of the files, and it is name of the file. Okay, so Hadoop space FSFN count is used to specify the, right, what it will do, it will specify the number of directories, number of files, size of the directory, and name of the file is going to be displayed with the command fs-count. We have other parameter, that is fs count-q. Okay, so we use other command, hadoop fs space count-q, right? So what is a q indicates here? Q indicates quotas, right? What are the quotas? Suppose you are limiting a directory to specific number of files, or you are limiting the directory to a specific limited size. That is, suppose we can generally will have the two types of quotas in Hadoop, right? One is a set quota, right? When you specify the set quota, you are going to limit number of files in SDFS. Okay, set quota is a command which is used to limit the number of files in a directory. Okay, so we have other command, that is other one space quota. Okay, so what space quota will do? It limit the size of a directory. Okay, so now what we are going to do with the set quota, so we are limiting the number of files in a directory with the command set space quota. I'm specifying the, I'm limiting the size of the directory, means the directory cannot grow more than the specified size. And see, I'm going to run this command. So I'm taking on the terminal. So I have a command sdfs utility is there. So I'm running this command with admin sudo -u sdfs, and I'm using utility sdfs. Then I'm writing dfs admin. Okay, I want to assign the quota to the directory. So I'm writing set quota. Okay, so what set quota will do? Now this command will specify the maximum number of files in a directory. Means if you write 10 here for the directory user cloudera slash API demo, right? When you write this command means the directory API demo maximum files are 10. You cannot able to create more than 10 files in the directory API demo, right? So that is you are limiting the directory for the number of files 10. So that is done with the command set quota. So how to assign the quotas to a directory? So we are using a DFS admin utility. So when you write SDFS space DFS admin and then write hyphen set quota and then how much quota you want to assign and for which directory you want to assign. Just when you write this command now, so the user cloudera API demo will be specified maximum number of files allowed in the directory are 10. Means suppose API demo is a directory which contains 10 files. Okay, so this directory is having already 10 files. Now if you are going to write one more file like with the command hadoop space fs-port, then it won't copy the file because the maximum allowed files in the directory are 10 files. So that's we are going to specify with the command set quota. Suppose I want to limit the size. To limit the size, just write sudo hyphen u sdfs and the command is sdfs space dfs admin hyphen space quota set space quota. Okay, how much I want to specify? I want to give some bytes. Okay, to the directory user space cloudera space API demo, right? So now we have specified the quota 10 space quota some space quota means now the directory API demo maximum number of files should be contained 10 files and maximum size of the directory is this one, right? So it now it won't grow more than this size, it won't contain more than 10 number of files in the directory API demo. Now if you want to check the quotas for a directory, right, for this directory do you have any quotas and what are the quotas are available for the directory API demo, you can run the we can use Hadoop space fsfn count hyphen q, just write hyphen q. Now what hyphen q is going to display? Hyphen q is going to display same, right? So what we displayed with a number of files here, right? First it will display the directory underscore count, files underscore count, size, name of the file, right? When you write Hadoop FS count, so if you write Hadoop space fs count q, it will display uh, total assigned quota, okay, right, and remaining quota, right? How much it is available, that is going to be displayed. Okay, then it will display the total space quota and remaining space quota. Okay, space quota, it will display remaining space quota. After that it will display the number of directories, number of files, size, name of the file, right? We'll see that here. So run this command. Okay, so now how much quota you have assigned to the directory? 10, right? The first one is total quota you have assigned, and how many files you are going to create? Allowed files are 6. Already we have 4 files in the directory, right? And the size of this one and the remaining is this one, right? And the number of files, number of directories, number of files, and the size of these files and name of the file. Okay, so this command is Hadoop space fs count hyphen q. So what is a count command will do? Count command is used to count the number of files and the directories in a directory. If you want to display the quotas information, what is a quota? Quota is used to limit the number of files, comma, limit the size of the directory. So we can assign two types of quotas. One is set quota and other one is space quota. What set quota will do? Set quota is a command where it allows if maximum number of files. It limits the directory to a specific number of files. That is a set quota. What is a space quota? Space quota will limit the directory to a specific amount of size. So when you specify the set quota, so maximum number of files should be how much you specified with the set quota, that number of files. If it is a space quota you have specified, then the directory cannot grow more than the specified size with the command space quota. Okay, so to assign the quotas, we use a utility that is dfs admin. So run the command sdfs space dfs admin hyphen set quota to assign the quota to a directory. Here, so I have assigned 10, means the directory api demo should contain maximum number of files is 10. So the directory never accepts a 11th file, right? So the maximum allowed files in the directory are 10, and space quota is limiting the size of the directory so that the directory cannot grow more than the specified space quota, right?
Acha, in case,
Yes.
mhm. Acha, in case like if we are putting more files, then what is the error that it displays?
Yes, see, now we'll do that, right? I'm checking,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
doing, I'm specifying the
yeah, yeah,
set
sure.
quota to the two files,
11.
three files,
Okay,
right? Now that means I can able
okay,
to write
yeah.
only three files into the
Three.
directory API
Correct.
demo, right? Maximum allowed files are three.
Yes, sir.
Right now I want to copy a file. See, now let me
Okay,
count the number of files in the directory. Uh,
okay.
right. So
Count,
now route write only the use count command. Press
count.
enter.
Yeah. Only one will be there, I think
Right.
so.
Uh,
Oh, no such file. Right.
no, this we have to write the command correct. Enter.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, right now,
Only
so
one.
one
Yeah.
directory, three files are there. Now the quota is
Hmm.
completed. I want to write a one more file, right? To write a
Hmm.
file, the command we use ls command. I want to write the file, some file, right? Inpk dot input dot txt. So just run the
Fine.
command hadoop space fs hyphen put, and the file which you want to copy is input
Dot
dot
txt.
txt to the directory user
User
slash
Cloudera.
cloudera slash API demo. Press enter.
Okay.
Right? What is this message displaying? The namespace quota, right?
Okay.
So we have assigned
Quota
quota.
exceeded.
For the quota is three files and the count is five.
Okay.
This is what we have specified. Now when you are going to write
Okay.
an extra file, so like this it will throw the error, right?
Okay.
Because
Sure.
the allowed files are only the three, so you are not going to write one extra file, one more file to the directory more than the quota size. Okay,
Okay.
in this case,
Ajay,
yes, sir.
what is this file count equal to 5?
Right. So, right now, when you're going to count how many files are there? Three files.
There are three
One
files.
directory name, four files. Right. You're going to write
Okay,
the
one
fifth
directory
one.
and four files. Okay, okay,
Right. When
okay,
you're going to
okay.
count, write the fifth one. It going count is going
Right.
to be five, which is not
Okay,
allowed.
okay, okay. Okay, okay, fine, fine, fine.
Okay. So here, suppose if you want to remove the quotas, right? Run the command clear quota. The command is clr clear quota, right? Then the
Okay,
quotas are going to be removed. So you can create any number of files in a directory. The command is clear quota, and here it's a clear space quota, right? So you're not limiting, right? You're removing the space quota to the directory with the command clear space quota. Mhm. Just write CLR. This clear space quota.
I think the quota after space will be there.
No, no,
Okay,
it's one
quota.
word. Right, I'll type it again. Somewhere I wrote sudo hyphen u, then SDFS space DFS admin,
DFS.
right? Hyphen clear
Clear space.
space quota to the directory user slash cloudera slash API demo. Press enter. Right, so we have removed the quotas. Now you can check from here. So if you write this, right, so write number of files. If write hyphen q, right, now quotas are removed, it's an empty.
Then, okay. Yeah.
Okay, now if you want to copy a file, now you can copy the file. Okay, so this is assign, how to assign a quotas to a directory, and how to check the available quotas for a directory, and how to remove the quotas for a directory. Clear,
Okay.
Prithvi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we'll see df and du commands. Okay, so what is a df, Nageshwar? Okay.
Hello?
Yes, Nageshwar.
Yes, Sujay.
Yeah,
Yeah, tell me.
nothing, Nageshwar. What is df command?
Disk file system.
No, it's a
Disk
disk.
file system.
No, disk fragmentation.
Fragmented.
Yeah,
Fragmented, yeah.
it will specify the size, right? How much you have assigned for the SDFS directory, right? So the file system which we are using this one, and the total size which you have assigned this one, and you have used and available, and how much percentage you have used. Okay, so Hadoop space FSFN DF. We have other command du. So what du will do? Disk usage,
Disk
right?
usage.
Right, I want to check each directory how much space it is occupied, right? So name of the directory and the size, name of the directory and its size in SDFS. So the command is Hadoop space FSFN du. Suppose I want to check for one particular directory, then write here the directory name user slash cloudera slash API demo, press enter. Okay, so now the file demo1 is empty file, fsck taking this much of size, icc.java is taking this much of size, and input.txt taking this much of size, right? So the command is du indicates disk usage, so it will display each command how much space it is utilized in SDFS, right? How much disk space used for each file is going to be displayed. So we have other command dus, disk usage summary. It's a total, right? Now here it is displayed that how much demo1, how much fsck, how much icc.txt, right? How much it is in info dot sorry input dot txt. To get the total, just write dus, disk usage summary. So it will display the total size of the directory. So how much disk usage the directory API demo did in SDFS. Okay, so if you add these three, then you will get this one. Okay, so the command is du-s or dus. Okay, this
Ajay, if you want that data in either MB size or gigabytes, so what we should enter?
you want in
Yeah, megabytes or
dus-h. Okay, so it's a 53.9 in kilobytes. That hyphen h. Clear?
yeah, I'm saying in megabytes, right?
No option for the megabytes.
Okay.
Right. So now clear with the DFN, DU, DUSS, DUS.
Mhm.
Okay. Next. Okay. So we have a command set reps, right? We have a every block is going to be replicated three times, right? So we have a replication factor. So just a second, I'll show you this. Suppose I'm going to the browser, right? So 50070 name node and clicking the browser file system, right? In a user cloud data, the directory API demo, right? Now each file here is going to be replicated some specific number of times, correct? So the directory here, the API demo contains these files. Now here, one file fsck.txt is going to be replicated three times, right? So it means in every, by default, I'm using the replication factor 3. So every file which you are going to write into the SDFS is going to be replicated because the default replication factor is 3, and based upon the default replication factor, every file is going to be replicated that many number of times. Suppose I want to replicate a file for only specific number of times. So I don't, it's a demo one, right? It's not important one. It's a zero size file and have created this for only the testing purpose. So I don't want to replicate this demo one three times. Okay, so now we can able to change the replication factor of a directory or a file, sorry, replication factor of a file. So to change the replication factor for a file, we use the command setrep. Which command it is? Setrep. Okay, so just write the prefix again, Hadoop space fs hyphen setrep. Okay, now how many number of times you want to replicate? Okay, three times, right? Just write Hadoop space FSFN setrep 3. Now then write user cloud data. Okay, the directory name API demo. Now here I have file demo one, right? I want demo, right? I want to replicate this file only once, just not the three times, one. Okay, now see here previously how much it is. The demo one is going to be replicated three times. So now I want to change the replication factor of a file demo one. So I am running the command Hadoop space fs setrep. Okay, Hadoop space fsfn setrep, and then how many times you want to replicate? One time, right? Then write hyphen w 1. Okay, then write the file name user Cloudera and API demo. Okay, and the file name is demo1. Press enter. Right now for the file demo1, the replication is at 1. We'll check here that in a browser, if you refresh the page, we can able to find out the new replication factor for this file. Okay, now it changed to 1. Got it? So how to change the replication factor of a file? So the command is Hadoop space fs setrep. Okay,
So what's the advantage?
advantage is what? You're specifying the replication factor for a file, right? So we have used the command touchjet. Okay, clear? Prithvi and Abhishek, what is a touchjet?
Yeah, Ajay, it's clear.
Prithvi?
Yeah, Jay, clear.
Okay, this it's only empty file. That's it. So not much better.
Yeah.
And this one start command.
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, only the statistics
Hmm.
and setrep command.
Yeah, it's also clear.
Okay, fine, very good.
Replication
Okay,
factor.
so we have a other command test. Test is a command. It's like open with notepad in Windows. I want to display everything in a plain text format. Okay, so the
Okay.
command is test command. So what it will do? So it will display everything in a text format. Okay, sorry, text command we will see. Okay, so just write Hadoop clear the screen. Let me check a file in HDFS. I have a file user in a Cloudera, right? I'll pick one file. True, correct? Because fsck.txt is a file.
Yeah.
Suppose if you write -d, then fsck.txt is a file, not a directory. Then it has to return false. If it's dead, you gave fsck.txt is not a zero size file. It returns false. Correct, but this command is not working, so please so don't mind because it's not there, it's there in the documentation, but it's not working. I checked in all the Hadoop versions from the Cloudera, so this command is not yet working. Okay, so the command is test command. Just know that to check whether the given path is a file or a directory, we use the command test. Okay, so you can see, just like you can give Hadoop space fs test, and I want to check whether the given is a file or a directory. So I'm writing user Cloudera and API demo. Okay, and I want to check fsck.txt. Right, it is a file. Correct. It has to return true. Right. It won't display anything. Even if I'm going to check it's a directory or not, it returns nothing. Okay. Z is for the zero size file. Okay, now suppose you want to know command. Generally, if you want to know what are the commands are available, you have to run Hadoop space fs, correct? Then it will display all the commands which are available with Hadoop fs. After that, you don't know how to write a text command, or you don't know how to use setrep command, then write help. Which one it is? Help. And which command help you want? Setrep. Then it will tell you about why we have to use setrep command. Okay, so the command is help. Now, so after getting the help, how to use the setrep command you want to know, then use the command usage. So if you write Hadoop space fs hyphen usage, then it will teach you how to use the command setrep, right? We'll see it practically. So I'm writing Hadoop space fs hyphen help, right? I want to know the help of that setrep command. Just write setrep. Then it's saying that setrep is a command, so it says the replication of a file, right? So that is the help command will display a brief or a description about the command and how to use setrep command. Then write fs hyphen usage, enter, right? So it will give you the syntax how to use the setrep command. Okay, so this is about help command and usage command. Help command will give you the description about the command. Usage command will give you the syntax of the command, how to use that command. Okay, so that is usage command, right? So it's completed touch text, right? So tail command, right? So tail command is, suppose you have a some file in sdfs, okay? So you just want to see what the data is having in that file, but it's a very big file. If you run the cat command, so it will display all the content of the file, right? Because I don't want to open, just I want to see which data I'm having in that file. Okay, so the command tail command will display last 1 KB data in a file, right? How much, whatever the how much data the file contains, but the tail command display last 1 KB data in a file. Okay, suppose see here, I'm writing Hadoop space fs hyphen tail, okay, in a file user cloudera uh, API demo, okay, fsck.txt. It will display the last file in the last end of the file, last 1 KB data is going to be displayed. Okay, so so this is the content which we have in the file, so last 1 KB data. Okay, got it? Why we use a tail command? Tail command is used to display the last 1 KB of the data in a file. Okay, now so we are going to display, we are going to find out change group privileges. Okay, so every file in sdfs belongs to a user, right? Whenever you are going to create a file, the file must belongs to a user must belongs to a group, and every file must have some privileges. Okay, so suppose if you check here, go through the browser, right? So we have some files here. Okay, so now you take icc.java, right? So this file, so this icc.java is a file, and the size of the file is this one, and the replication factor of the file is 3. So the default block says I'm using 128 MB, and the date and time when it is created. Right, now see, who is the owner of the name, owner of the file? Cloudera. And this owner belongs to which group? Cloudera. And what are the privileges? This file is readable for the users. Owners can read and write, and group can read, and others can read. So like, so these are the privileges for a file. That means, so apart from the owner, so others cannot able to write the data into the file icc.java, right? So now if you want to change these privileges, or the owner or the group, we use the commands ch group is a command to change the group of a file. Okay, we use the command chown, which is used to change the ownership of a file. Okay, ch1 is used to change the ownership of a file. Okay, so now I'll try to change the group. See here, we'll take a file fsck.txt belongs to which group here? Cloudera, correct?
Cloud.
Right now I want to change the group name. Right, I want to assign this Cloudera file to a new group. So which command you have to use? You have to use the command chgroup. Okay, just write the command Hadoop space fs hyphen chgroup. Okay, write the command Hadoop space fs hyphen chgroup, and I want to apply this through recursively. So I'm writing hyphen r. Right, so what is the new group name you want to give? Right, I'm giving the new group name as right 6. My new group name is 6301015 is the new group name. Okay, so and what is the file name now? The file name is user at the direct name Cloudera. Okay, API demo. And if you want to give it for a file, you can give, or if you want to give it for a directory, you can give. It's up to you. Okay, so it's saying that I don't have the privileges, so I just going taking admin privileges. So I'm writing sudo. Right, it's like Windows run as administrator. So here I'm writing sudo hyphen u. So sudo means super user, hyphen is a username. So who is a super user? SDFS is a super user, is having the privileges, like he's like an admin. So when you write sudo hyphen u SDFS indicates run as administrator. So which command you are running as administrator? Hadoop FS ch group. So what is a ch group? Ch group is a command which is used to change the group name of a file. So what is the new group name you are giving? 0630105115 is the new group name. For which file you are giving this new group name? So for the file fsck.txt, which is in API demo, right? So the command is Hadoop space fs hyphen ch group. Hyphen r indicates recursively, and I want to assign it through the directory directory API demo, and the file name is fsck.txt. Press enter. Right, to see, we'll change, we'll find out the change here. Refresh the page. Now for this fsck.txt, the group name is going to be changed. Okay, right, so now, right, so what is the new group name now? 06301015. Okay, so this is how to change the group. Clear? Just what you would write. So take an admin privileges. So write sudo hyphen u SDFS, which takes run as an administrator. And what is the command? Hadoop space fs hyphen ch group is a command. Right, so I want to apply recursively, so I'm writing hyphen r. So for which, what is the new group name? So just write the new group name is 06301015 is the my new group name. So for which file you want to assign this group? For a file user and Cloudera. Okay, and API demo and the file name. So what is the file we have? Some icc.java. Right, now the group is going to be changed. Right,
Ajay,
to identify the change. So just see here the second, Abhishek.
yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
Right, now we have changed the group name of the file icc.java. Yes, Abhishek.
Ajay, what is the impact of recursive command?
Suppose now here you applied this for individual file. I want to apply for all the files in a directory.
Okay,
Okay.
so R is used basically for directory, right?
Yes, generally it's there is no much priority for this in but every command will take one parameter in Hadoop, that is hyphen
Okay,
R.
okay,
So which you are going to
okay, okay,
apply recursively. That's it.
okay, 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 fine.
Okay. Now we have changed the group name. Prithvi,
Mhm.
Yeah,
clear Prithvi?
yeah.
Right. Now how to change the ownership? Now I want to change the owner name. Right. So right now, who is the owner of the file fsck.txt? Cloudera.
Cloudera.
Who is the owner of the file icc.java? Cloudera. Now I want to
Okay.
change the owner name. So to change the owner name, what is the command? chown command. That is Hadoop space fs hyphen chown chown. Right. I want to change the ownership, right? So right, I want to run this command recursively, so again I'm writing hyphen r. Okay, so now write the new owner name. So I'm giving the new owner, that is a Gupta. Okay, so the new owner name. So for which file you want to assign this owner? User Cloudera and the directory API demo and the file name icc.java. Okay, so the command is Hadoop space fsfn chown, right? So you are changing the ownership, so the command is chown. Then I want to change it through recursively, so I wrote hyphen r, and the username, the new username I want to new owner name is a Gupta, and for this new owner I'm assigning the file icc.java. Press enter. Right, it require again super user privileges, so I'm running this command as an admin, so that I'm writing sudo hyphen u space sdfs. Press enter. Okay, now we'll see the change. Okay, see now. Okay, we got it. Now the new group name and the new username. Okay, I'll run the command again. Right, just simple. Right, first run this command as an admin, so I'm writing sudo is a super user. So what is a super username? Hyphen u is a username. Hyphen u indicates username. What is the username? sdfs is the username. Now run the command Hadoop space fs hyphen chown. Okay, so I want to run this recursively, so hyphen r. Right, I want to give the assign a file to the new user, that is Prithvi. Right, so what is the file you are giving? User Cloudera, then API demo, and then what is the file name? Right, so specify the some file name, right? fsck.txt. Now check here. Okay, now we got Prithvi here. Okay, so now, so we can able to change the owner name, we can able to change the group name. Now how to change the privileges? Right, so generally in a Linux we have the three different types of users available, correct? So one is,
Yeah, owner group and others.
yes, one is the Prithvi, owner, and other one is a group, and other user is a others, third one is others. Right, generally we'll have the three types of users available, right? A owner and a group. So all the owners, like you can say it's username. a user, right? So users are available in a group, and others are means it's completely others. And we can assign three types of privileges. One is read,
Read,
another one is write,
write,
and
execute.
execute. Okay, so now we use octal representation to represent the privileges. So how much for read, Abhishek?
Read, I think 7 or
No,
something.
three.
7 is for all the rights.
Yes, 7 is for all.
Two,
That's everybody knows. Sage mode 777.
yeah, yeah. Two, I think the 2, 4, 1 is something like this.
Yes. Uh,
Two,
four,
two,
four
four,
for
and
the
one.
right, four for the read, and write for
Yeah,
the 2, and execute for
yeah,
the 1. Okay. So
yeah.
4, 2, 1. Suppose if you write 4 means, so he can able to read. User can able to read, but he can able to write, execute. Okay. So 4 plus 2 plus 1, that's a total 7. Means if you give
Yeah,
7 here, yes, a user will have complete read privileges, that's it. And a group,
yeah,
if I am writing 3, means a group can write and execute. Sorry, better, we'll give 5, right? A group can read and execute, others can only execute. 751, got it? So what is 751 means? A user can have read and write and execute, others can read and execute, sorry, a group can read and execute, and others can only
exactly,
execute, right? So this is giving
exactly.
the privileges. Suppose I just want to make this for read only for everybody, right? So what we'll give? We'll give 444. A
Yeah,
user, a group, and others can only able to read the file, but nobody allows to write the file. Okay, so we'll see here. Okay, so we have a file, fsck.txt, right? So a user can read and write, and a group can read, and others can only read. Now I want to make this read only for everybody. Okay, so what is the command here, right? It's simple: sudo -u change mode 777. Sorry, 777. Now what I want to do, I want to assign only read only for everyone, right? Read only for everyone means 444, correct? So for the file, user slash cloudera slash api demo slash, now specify the file name, fsck dot txt, right? So
it's super use. HDFS. So you have to know.
right, cannot access if the path is wrong.
No such file or directory.
User cloud era API. Okay, so sudo -u sdf is the user, then write Hadoop FS hyphen chmod. I want to apply this recursively, and 444, right? So for the file, user slash cloudera slash API demo slash fsck dot txt. Okay, now we have given all read for everybody, right? Run this, change it, refresh it. Okay, now we got all R. Okay, so now the file is read only for everybody. Okay, clear? Now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
now we know that how to change the group name, how to change the owner name, how to change the permission, how to change the replication. Okay, how to change the block size?
Box.
So we cannot change the block size for one particular file. It's common for
Yeah.
entire SDFS.
And
Either it can be
correct.
64 MB or 128 MB, 256 MB. If you want to change this file,
SGFS site. SGFS
right,
site
go to
XML.
sdfs-site dot xml. So in this file, which we have a property. What is the property? dfs
DFS blocks.
dot block. If you write 128, 64, now each block in SDFS will have 64 MB. That's it. That's it. That apart from that, we can't change this. Now set with the setrep command, we can change this one. To change the size, if you write it, it will change. That's it. Okay, got it now, Prithvi?
Yeah.
Very good. Right, now we'll see other commands. Okay, sage group, sage mode, sage one completed. Copy from local, copy count tf expunge we not completed. Okay, now we use get match. So why we use get match? Okay, so see, I'm just taking I'm going to the text editor. Prithvi, see, I observe
Yeah.
this. Okay, I'm taking a file, I'm writing some one, I'm writing a b c d e. Okay, and I'm saving this
Okay.
file as in a cloudera. I'm going to create a directory. The directory is api demo. Okay, so in the directory I'm going to create a file. The file name is a.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to create one more file. The file contains f g h I j, some content. I'm saving this as a file name b. Okay, how many files I'm having? File a, file b, and I'm taking another file, empty file. I'm saving this as c. Okay, now, so I want to copy this file to the sdfs directory. So how to copy this file to sdfs? The command is hadoop space fs hyphen put is a command. I want to copy file a, I want to copy file b to which directory? User cloudera, and there is a directory api demo. Okay, so here we have, just a second, we have created this in documents, right? Cd documents ls, right? So where we have created cd api demo. Cloudera, correct. Okay, cd dot clear the screen ls cd api demo, right? ls clear ls, right? Here we have the three files. Now I want to copy this
Yeah.
file, hadoop space fs hyphen put. I want to copy a file a, I want to copy a file b. So where I want to copy, I want to copy it to the user cloudera, then api demo, press enter. Okay, then the files ab is copied to the directory. Okay, now we'll see what is a get match. Get match is a command used to copy the content of files in SDFS to a local file. Okay, what it will do, so it will copy the content of the files in sdfs to a local file, right? See here, so we have a file a in sdfs, we have a file b in sdfs. The file a is having some content, the file b is having some content. Now I want to write the content of a, content of b to the file c. Okay, so for that we use the command get merge. It's simple, just write the command Hadoop space fs hyphen get merge. Okay, now which file you want to merge? I want to merge a file
Yes.
user cloudera in a directory api demo. So there is a directory, there is a file a, and what is the other file I want to merge? User slash cloudera, then api demo, right? What is the file name? B. Okay, now I want to merge the content of file a, content of file b to the local directory, that is home cloudera. I have a directory api demo, in a directory I have a file c. Now c is an, as of now c is what, empty file. So I want to get the content of a, content of b to the file c. So I wrote this command get merge command. So the file name a and the file name b, and where I want to, in which file I want to display the output of this command, right? Now api demo.c. Now the content of a, content of b is written into the file c. Click here, right? It's saying that, so the file is changed on the disk, reload it, right? We got this one now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, so now the content of file a, content of file b are going to be displayed in a c file. So this is a get merge command. Suppose I want to insert a new line, right? So after content of a, that is after e, I want to insert one empty line, right? See here, so we use a parameter hyphen nl. So in the command hyphen nl, enter. Okay, now we'll see, right? It's changed, reload, right? We got a new line after e. So this is get merge command. Okay, rm is used to delete a file from sdfs. Okay, and we have a command rmr to delete a file from, sorry, to delete a directory from sdfs. Okay, so how to delete a file? You have to run the command hadoop space fs hyphen rm. So what it will do, this command will delete a file. If you want to delete the directory, just write hadoop space fs hyphen rmr. Okay, so when you write this command, then it will delete the directory. Okay, so when you delete a file, so generally where the deleted files are going to be moved? In windows. In windows, if you delete a file, the file will be moved to the
Trash.
recycle bin,
Trash.
right?
Yeah.
So in windows it's a recycle bin. In the hadoop
Yeah.
sdfs will have a trash. Okay, so the deleted files will be moved to the trash, right?
Trash.
Now how to delete the files from the trash? So we have a command hadoop space fs hyphen expunge. Okay, the command is hadoop space fs hyphen expunge. So means when you write this command, the file is going to be permanently deleted from the system. Okay, so fs expunge is used to delete the files from the trash. It's like empty recycle bin command in Windows. Okay, so when you delete a file or when you delete a directory, so that will be moved to the trash. So to delete the files from the trash, the command is hadoop space fs-expunge. Okay, so we'll test this command. Clear the screen now. So first I'll delete if anything is there in sdf face trash. So just write hadoop space fs-expunge. So what this command will do, so if there is any file in trash, it's going to be deleted, right? So we have two files are there in the trash, so they are deleted. So I'm running this expunge again. Now it returns an empty because there is nothing is there in the trash. Now I want to delete a file. So which command it is? Hadoop space fs-rm. Which file you want to delete? User Cloudera and then API demo. Okay, and file name is demo1. Right now the file is moved to the trash. Okay,
Okay.
so to delete the file from the trash, now which command you have to use? Hadoop space
Uh,
fs-expunge.
RMR. Oh yeah, expunge.
No, to delete a file from the trash,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
expunge command.
Expunge.
So now the file is deleted from the sdfs. After that the file is deleted from the trash. Now there is no file in the trash. Okay,
Okay.
right, then how to delete a directory? The command is hadoop space
RMR.
fs-rmr and the directory name user slash cloudera slash API demo. Okay, press enter. Right now the entire directory is moved to the trash. Okay, to delete from the trash, so first let me check whether do we have ls. Then we write user cloudera slash API demo. What will be the output? No such directory. Right, no such file array directory because we have deleted it. So where it is available? It is available in a trash.
Trash.
Where is the trash? So just go to the user Cloudera here. User Cloudera. So there is a hidden directory. Can you able to see this one? Trash.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So we don't have the privileges as of now. Okay, permission is denied. Now the deleted files are available in this trash. Okay. So to delete the files from the trash, simple. Then run the command hadoop space fs-expunge.
Expunge.
Press enter. Okay, so now the files are deleted from the trash. Okay, so how to delete a file? The command is rm. How to delete a directory? The command is hadoop space fs-rmr. Okay, now see, hadoop fs cat command is used to display the content of a file. Change group is
Okay.
used to change the group of a file.
Group.
Change mode is used to change the privileges of a
Right.
file.
Privileges.
Change zone is used to change the ownership of a file. Copy from local will copy a file from the local to SDFS.
Yes, yes.
Copy to local is deletes a file from the SDFS to local. Count is used to count the number of files, directory files, size and file name in a directory. Count fnq will display the quotas for the directory. So available quota, right, remaining set quota, available space quota, remaining space quota, right, the quotas information is going to be displayed. Cp is a command which copies a file from the source to destination, right, local to sdfs file system. And dfs is a command which will display the total how much space you have created for the hdfs. That is going to be displayed in with the command disk fragmentation. Df command, right, du is a command that's a disk usage,
Usage.
right, du hyphen s indicates disk usage summary. So if write du, it will display the individual file and the file size. So if write du-s, it will display the each in total size of the directory, right? If you write du-s-h, then it will display the size of the directory in kilobyte
Kilobyte.
format. Okay. Expunge is used to
From
delete the
trash.
files from the trash. Get command will copy a file from the SDFS to local. It's opposite to put command. Okay. So
Ajay, I have one more thing. Ignore CRC and these two comments are given. Arguments are for which purpose?
yes, generally, so we have name node is there, correct, and we have
Yeah,
data node is there. So
yeah.
when you write a file, suppose you're going to write a file prod underscore info
Info.
into the
Hmm,
data node, right, in a specific
hmm,
location, some,
hmm.
right,
User cloud errors.
right, API
API
demo,
demo.
you're going
Yeah.
to write the file prod info, right? So
Hmm,
now the file is written into some data node, some disk.
hmm,
Okay.
hmm,
So when this is written into this file, so the references will
hmm.
be written into the name node, right? This we know till
Yeah,
now, correct?
yeah.
Right now,
I did know.
once when you first created the file, the reference is written
Hmm.
into the name node. So what name node
Yeah.
contains? Name node contains the information like what name node contains in its metadata. It contains the name of the file and type of the file, size of the file,
Hmm,
replication, block size, date
hmm.
and time, privileges, owner name, group name. This will be written into the
Oh,
file. Correct?
okay.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
after that, what we did, we have changed the file. Now,
Mm-hmm.
what we did, we have changed the block size. With this, we have changed the
Mm-hmm.
replication factor for a file. Right? So
Yeah.
today, what we did, so when first time the file is written, right, so when name node is updated its metadata with a prod info,
Mm-hmm.
the replication factor is 3, correct,
Mm-hmm.
but after that with
Yeah.
the setrep command I have changed it to 1.
Mm-hmm.
then
One, correct.
then how name node will identify that the user changed this file?
Okay.
Okay,
Edit log.
right, no, name node will create a some temporary file with the extension
Okay.
crc.
Okay.
Okay, in the same place. So what is the file you are going to write? Prod info, right? So it will create a some
Okay.
hidden file. The hidden file name is prod info dot crc
Yes.
file. It's a cyclic redundancy check. It's a one bit
Okay.
file,
Okay. Yeah.
yes
You
or
told.
no,
Yeah.
on or
Yes.
off, right? So
Yeah. You
in the
told.
same place where we have the file, in the same location it
Correct.
will be crc file.
Correct. Correct.
So now
Correct. Correct. Correct.
right, when you change this file, so the bit is going to be changed crc, then the
Correct.
name node
Correct.
will
Correct.
identify user changed this file, so it will update
Correct.
its metadata, right? So
Mm-hmm.
when you are going to copy the file, but I don't want to copy the crc file, so that
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can
Okay.
run the command ignore crc.
Okay. Okay. Ignore. Yes. Yes.
You got it now? What is ignore crc?
Correct. 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 Got it.
Correct. Very good. Okay. Right. Get match command. It will match the content of the files in SDFS to a local file system. Help command. It will display information about the command. ls
Mm.
is used to display the files in a
List.
SDFS. Hyphen d is same. ls or ls
That
hyphen d both are same.
directly.
Right. If you write hyphen h, what it will do? It will display the directory
Kilobyte.
name or file name in a kilobyte. If it's hyphen r indicates, it will display the file name, subdirectory name, and the files recursively. Everything will be displayed.
Mm.
lsr
Mm.
command. Okay.
Okay.
So mkdir is used to create a directory. Move from local, which will move a file from the local to SDFS. Move to
Mm.
local will move a file from the SDFS to local, and move is opposite to cp, right, which will move a file
CP.
from the
Correct.
source to destination, one location to other location, right?
Mm.
And put is a command which copies a file from the local to sdfs file system, and
Mm.
rm is a command to delete a file from the trash, right? When you
Yeah.
delete the file will be moved to the trash, right? If you don't want
Mm.
the file moved to the trash, then write skip trash.
Skip crash.
Right, if you write skip trash, the file will not be
Mm.
moved to the trash, and it's a by default it's completely deleted. And
Mm-hmm.
RMDIR is like RMR, which is used to delete a
Remove, yeah.
directory.
Right.
And setrep is used to change the replication factor of a
Application.
file. Start command
Mm-hmm.
is used to display statistics of a
Statistics.
file, right? When the file is created, number of blocks, the replication factor of a file, so is going to be displayed. What is a tail command? Tail will display the last 1 kilobyte of
Last
text file.
file. Mm-hmm.
And test to test whether the given file is given path contains a file or a directory or a zero size file. So for this we use the
Mm-hmm.
command test. Text command
Yes.
will display in a text format. Every file is going to be
That's
displayed
fine.
in a text format.
Mm-hmm.
TouchZ command will create an empty file in SDFS. TouchZ, it's a zero size file. It will create a
File.
zero size file in SDFS. That is a touch command. And next usage command, it will teach you how to use a command. If you don't know the syntax how to use the command, then you run Hadoop space fs space hyphen usage paste the command which you are looking the syntax. Okay, so this is about Hadoop file system shell commands.